Like, what
Sure.
happened?
I'll tell you also for your audience, because I think this is good for people, women especially, to hear. I did not start my company until I was 40 years old. So I was actually walking around on this earth very grateful for amazing jobs that I had, but also with a frustration, a level of frustration, because I wanted to have my own business, but I did not know what it was going to be. And I had studied fashion, I was working in fashion, but I honestly didn't want my business to be in fashion. But I was an entrepreneur since I was hosting backyard carnivals in my backyard at home. I was selling books and Christmas cards door to door when I was a kid. I was always selling, having clubs and charging my friends dues to be part of the club. So I was always an entrepreneur. But when I was getting so frustrated on what was my big idea, I kept thinking, what's my big idea? I need a big idea. I need a big idea. And finally, I couldn't take it anymore and I quit my corporate job with, that voice of your father sitting on your shoulder going, you don't quit a job until you have a job, right? But I couldn't take it anymore. And again, spiritually, I knew I needed to clear the space. I needed emptiness in order for the ideas to come in. I just knew it. So I did. I leapt, and I would say I had to earn a living. So within a month, I started earning a living selling other people's lingerie, designer friends that I knew. I said, let me be your salesperson. Pay me a commission. You don't have to pay me a salary. I'll earn my worth. You pay me a commission, and I ended up selling like the most that they've ever had sold before. I earned money, and it kept me alive. And then while I was selling their products, I got to experience the lingerie industry. So that is where I saw the void for that which I created. And I had some relationships with factories from other jobs that I had had. So I contacted them. I put it all together. And I was driving in LA with a friend and happened to be just, scanning while you're driving. Signs go by, restaurants go by. I'm just looking, looking, looking. And somewhere I saw the word skin on some sign. We're always looking for
Wow.
signs, right? So
Yes.
I was like, okay, that's it. That's the name of the brand. And then I created the whole concept of what I wanted in the brand, why I called it skin. And skin is
Wow.
the largest organ of your body, but
Yes.
yet it's so thin and
Yes.
delicate, but so
Yes.
strong. Isn't it really actually
Amazing.
incredible that
It
this
is.
thin, 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 thin thing holds our whole body
Yeah.
together?
But
Like
you
all
know,
the organs inside, the bones, like this
I,
thin little thing. It's
wow, you're the
incredible.
right. I want everyone to feel the incredible passion connection to skin that Susan has. I just want to go after this. I'm gonna go to the website. She's not even selling. I love this, and we were gonna share about this. We are actually in the entrepreneurial world in selling our services to serve, and you are serving the skin, which is in spirituality, right? And actually, it should be just common sense, but our skin and our body is the temple for our soul. Why are we not going to treat it
Well,
uh,
so
as accordingly? Tell
exactly.
me.
So I wasn't going to stop there. So what for me, the skin is a big, powerful brand. And I just happened to start with the innermost, intimate part, which is the lingerie closest to your body, right? But I developed the brand to be a container because skin is a container, the organ
Wow.
skin. So the container which holds your mental body, your physical body, and your spiritual body. So my intention is to grow the company in this direction where we will talk about things. We will have conversations. We will have other products that address the body. It's actually, I trademarked that sentence, addressing the body.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
I will address the body from whether it's a podcast or public speaking or sharing our community with each other, and then on to body products, perfume, fragrance, um, and talking about things that matter.
But creating containers, that's creating containers that host who we are. It's just such a beautiful thing. And tell me, how did it happen? I want everybody to know. So you developed the brand kept growing, you began to develop it as the container of something greater, right? As the
Mm-hmm.
container of an evolution, as an invitation for, I love this, and this is coming from your childhood and from that little girl in the church, and for that little girl that said, hey, my parents don't have time for me, I'm the last one of the whole tribe here, and they don't know how to be my parents. And suddenly you create a container where we all feel comfortable in our skin. Do you see the connection, Susan? Is so powerful to me, this part of my work,
Mm-hmm.
on how that little girl was being trained for making skins. Because I've seen your brand, I just ordered a couple of things this morning, and and I don't see any, again, black, white, this religion or that. It really is all inclusive for the excellence of the soul of human beings.
Thank you.
And for me, as someone that has worked a lot with um, childhood wounds for others, and I help them integrate and help them create spiritual experiences
Uh-oh.
from this without numbing and without bypassing the pain, which it gives you the growth with spiritual biases. For me to feel the connection, to see how God paved the way, and how you, with your applied faith, okay, can you hear me, guys? Yeah, right now it's on. Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm talking. I'm talking. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Not sure what's going on. Can you hear me? No. Okay, let's give it a second. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me, guys? Hello, hello. 1 second. Hello, 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 hello. Ah, dear Lord. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. I
Hello.
think now you can hear me.
Yes.
I received a notification on my side that the people from Zencaster, I don't know if you guys saw it, are doing some kind of housekeeping. Anyways, I know where I stayed. My apologies, Susan. It's like I feel like building something here with you.
Oh,
Anyway, so we were what do you remember, Nisa? What were the last words that you heard from me? I'll recap anyway. So, Nisa, if you can hear me. So, yes. So, where were the last words that you heard, and not the last words forever? Okay, so I'll just go. I'll just go. Okay, so we gotta be attentive. So, like, make sure, like, next time to be super attentive with your headphones. Okay, love. All right, for this, thank you, love. So let me go back because we were talking. I was about to talk about your brand, and that's when this happened. So, one, two, three. So, Susan, so you started creating your brand, you developed it and everything. So how what was how did you arrive? Because I saw this incredible post on Facebook, right? That we all celebrated. Most of us all celebrated it. That you arrived to Cannes, right? To and you dressed all the people beautifully with this incredible container. It's not only anymore for me, it's not only gonna be anymore lingerie pieces. It's going to be a container where my skin it's honored, where my skin feels excellent quality, and where my skin can honor the temple of my soul, which is my body. We were talking a little bit about that, right? So what happened? How did you arrive to Cannes? What was your feeling? How was that little girl that was on the farm feeling when you arrived to these pivotal moments that tells you you are doing something right and this container is growing?
I'm grinning ear to ear right now because remembering that experience in Cannes, it was all about fun, Yvonne. Okay, so let's talk about fun. Like it's necessary to have in business. And I jumped at the opportunity. So it was someone emailed me asking, inviting us to sponsor the Cannes pajama party. And I thought, oh, that's going to be expensive. That's going to be kind of impossible. It's like we're in the COVID situation. And will anyone come because of the situation in the world? But then I thought I really wanted to go because I thought, oh, this is going to be amazing if anyone shows up. But I thought, let's just trust it. Let's go. The best things happen when you just say yes. Let's just say yes and see what happens. And if I'm showing up, I'm going to plan a great party. And it turned out over 400 people came to the party. And I don't have a press person. I don't have a PR person. So this was the people who invited me to come handled all of that. And I just showed up with the products. People came. We had a DJ, danced under the stars in this French villa overlooking the sea. It was everything I would want for the brand and more. It was
Oh,
just amazing.
I'm feeling the fun. And I want to tell everyone because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. The sounds that you hear is the fabulous coat that Susan is
Oh,
wearing.
sorry.
And you cannot keep a spirit so powerful like
I'm
her
moving around.
not moving. I don't, and I actually said, you know what? I'm not going to even interrupt her because the fun, this is so important, everyone. Spirituality without fun is not spirituality. If we are hustling for the struggle,
Right,
it's not worth it. But if
right,
we hustle, and we will struggle, but for the joy, for the celebration, for the expansion. And I'm just amazed that you just said that you don't have a PR. That it was
right,
you
right.
that you invited. I think you took Danielle with you because it was
Yes.
so much fun. Plus, Danielle is a master of joy. I love her so much, and I want her in the podcast. So I invited her actually a
Oh,
long
good.
time, but I wanted to grow the podcast before I brought her in. So I'm gonna
Hmm.
call her. Anyway, send her a message. But you said the joy. And joy literally is what the soul can experience. And you were in Cannes Film Festival, dressing all of these actors and actresses. And the joy that you exuded was literally a blessing for us all that we were watching, Susan. I want to thank you because what you do matters, and we can see how powerful it is what you built. And you, for me, you are an inspiration. I'm venturing into a new business at 50. I'm so glad you said I started my business at 40. I was like, oh,